Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the February 5th, 2019 meeting of the Downers Grove Village Council. My name is Bill White. I'm the Mayor Pro Tem. I will be the chair this evening as our Mayor Martin Tully is traveling on business. We will begin with our usual procedure of reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Everybody please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next, I'd ask our village clerk to call the roll.
Commissioner Wallace?
Here.
Commissioner Earl? Here. Commissioner Waldeck?
Here.
Commissioner White?
Here.
Commissioner Jose?
Here.
Commissioner Barnett?
Here.
Mayor Tully?
Item 3 on our agenda is approval of meetings from a prior council meeting. The minutes to be approved this evening are from January 15th, 2019. The chair invites a motion to approve the minutes.
I move to approve the council minutes from January 15th, 2019.
Second.
Any comments, corrections, anything else about the minutes? We can vote by acclamation. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are approved unanimously. Item 4 now, for those who watch normally, is reserved for public comment for matters not on this evening's agenda. So if there's somebody here in the audience that wishes to address the village council on any matter of village business or a village concern unrelated to items on the agenda, now is your time to come to the podium, give us your name and address, and tell us what you have to say. I don't see a stampede. Another couple seconds. Okay, I guess no one wishes to give public comment on matters unrelated to the agenda. That may be going differently later on this evening. Item 5, I guess, is the manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor White. We have a report on our village facilities project coming up from Mr. Baker here, but I wanted to start by, again, recognizing that we have some challenging winter weather conditions. Again tonight, ice. We've had a long stretch of tough winter weather. I just wanted to personally thank and recognize everybody on our snow and ice control team, our plow and salt truck operators, the village fleet technicians that are here supporting those vehicles and those drivers, the snow team supervisors. These are people that are working 12-hour shifts in 2 different sets, so 24-hour operations. They just came off a 10-day in a row work schedule. I think they had a day, maybe a day and a half off, and they're back at it again. They do a fabulous job. We thank them for their efforts and their results. Now, I will turn it over to our Deputy Village Manager, Mike Baker, for the first of many village facility project reports.
Thank you, Dave. Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. We will begin with a video this evening.
Starting in the fall of 2019, the village will be constructing a combined police station and village hall and improving the safety and traffic flow at the intersection of Washington Street and the railroad tracks. The project will be completed in 2021. The 40-year-old police station and 90-year-old village hall are in need of many expensive maintenance projects, do not meet the Americans with Disabilities Act standards, and do not have the spaces required to safely and efficiently perform work. The project includes a medical office building and 10 to 12 townhomes. Money from the land sale and the property taxes paid by this development will be pledged to the project. These revenues, combined with existing village revenues, will pay for about 85% of the total project cost. The plan does not call for any property tax increases.
So I wanted to thank Doug Kozlowski and Chris Dearlow for succinctly capturing in a very short video what would take me a lot longer to explain. Glad I don't have to do that. So I can give you an update on the status of the project. Work on this important project over the past month has been extensive, and it has engaged staff members and really all departments in the village as we work to coordinate and complete this project. On January 15th, the Village Council authorized a contract for program verification and pre-design services. The scope of work is nearly completed and proceeding on schedule. On tonight's consent agenda, there are contracts for owner's representative and traffic engineer. These additions to the village's overall project team provide valuable expertise that are key to the success of the project. Ordinance revisions are also proposed this evening to facilitate changes to the parking system that will help support the project. In the coming weeks, the Village Council will be presented with a contract allowing design work to proceed. And I will continue to provide regular updates as this project moves forward and we continue to hit our project milestones. Be happy to answer any questions you have this evening.
Okay, is there anybody on council have questions that they wish to ask the staff at this time? I guess my question is can we allow electronic signs to say this plan does not call for any property tax increases? Find ourselves a billboard, or maybe half a dozen billboards. Because that's exactly what I was hoping for in 2015, to get a plan like this. This is excellent. Anybody in the audience wish to make any comments on the manager's report? I think silence reflects approval. Full speed ahead. Okay. Item 6 on this evening's agenda is the consent agenda. The chair invites a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Anybody in the audience have any comments or questions about any consent agenda item? Good evening, Mr. Paradis. Tell us your name and address.
Good evening, Todd Paradis, 417 67th Court, Downers Grove. Just two questions related to the facility items. The contract with KLOA had 6 bids, and there's no table in there to show what the other bidders were. If we're getting the best price, not necessarily the lowest, because sometimes the lowest price isn't always the best for staff and for the time frame. And the same thing on CCS. There was 12 proposals that were submitted, and again, no tabulation as to who those bidders were or their total bid. It'd be helpful if you guys put that in minutes every week from now on when you're getting multiple bids on whatever it might be. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate Mr. Paradis's comments and questions. So the village, of course, is committed to competitive selection processes, whether they be for professional services or for goods. When we purchase goods or do public work projects, we take bids. That's when the scope is very well defined, and those are the projects where on the staff report you can see the bid tabulations, how many responded, what their price was. For a lot of professional services, the scope is not well defined at the time we go out to seek competitive proposals. In the initial pricing we get back from the responders varies greatly based on their understanding of the scope at the time they submit. We spend time interviewing and negotiating the scope and therefore the price of these things, and it doesn't set up well for an apples to apples comparison because nobody actually submits a bid or a bid price. This is really more akin to hiring a staff person on a temporary basis, except we're hiring a firm. So we do use a competitive process, it's just that it doesn't set up well for a bid tabulation.
Any member of council wish to discuss this further? If so, we need to remove it from the consent agenda. If I don't hear anything, I will call a roll call. Okay, call the vote, please.
Commissioner Earl?
Aye.
Commissioner Waldeck?
Aye.
Commissioner Wallace? Aye. Commissioner Jose?
Aye.
Commissioner Barnett?
Aye.
Mayor White?
Aye. The consent agenda has passed unanimously. Item 7 is our active agenda. The first item is Granite Historic Landmark. I believe this is number 26. We missed 25, is that right? This is 25. Okay. Well, the chair invites a motion on item 7A.
I move to adopt a resolution granting historical landmark designation for 5 Jacqueline Drive as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Our procedure with the active agenda is to allow members of the public to address council first before we discuss the matter further. Is there anybody in the audience wishes to address council on this item? Okay. Yep.
Hi, Christine Martin, 701 Maple Avenue. I would just like to say, I'm also Friends of the Edwards House, representing Friends of the Edwards House, and we're delighted to have this up for vote. It's a beautiful home, and we thank her for putting it up for landmarking, and how nice it is to work with the village and staff for these landmarks. So we don't have a tutor on our list of beautiful homes yet, so hopefully all is well with it, and again, we'd like to thank everybody for the work they've done, having it come this far. Thank you.
Anybody on council wish to add anything on this item? No. I'll just say briefly that, once again, I'm very excited at the speed at which we're moving forward with doing this, because there are a tremendous number of unique historic homes throughout Downers Grove. And village staff and the mayor signed a wonderful plaque, a wonderful certificate. My understanding is that the owner was unable to be here this evening, so I'll be unable to have a presentation of the certificate. But staff, we will make sure that the owner receives it, assuming there is a positive vote, and there's no cake, but I think we'll have a positive vote in any event. With that, the chair calls for the roll, please. Call the roll.
Commissioner Earl?
Aye.
Commissioner Waldeck?
Aye.
Commissioner Wallace?
Aye.
Commissioner Jose?
Aye.
Commissioner Barnett?
Aye.
Mayor White?
Aye. We have now granted historic landmark status to 5 Jacqueline Drive, known as the H.M. Patton House. Congratulations. The next item is item 7B, which is a technical resolution regarding amending solicitation provisions. The chair invites a motion with regard to item 7B.
I move to adopt an ordinance amending solicitation provisions as presented.
Second.
Anybody in the audience have any comments or questions about this active agenda item? Anyone on council have any comments or questions regarding this item? Commissioner Waldeck.
Not so much a comment, but I didn't bring this up last time because of the delay. It's been January since we had it on the first reading. But it's important. You hear it on the news all the time about people coming to the door and how we all need to be careful. And my understanding with the solicitation ordinance, we do have to agree with the state and federal laws, and that's the main reason for the change. But just to be on the safety side of things, when somebody rings your doorbell or knocks on your door, if you have a no solicitation sign up, these people shouldn't be there unless they're people like me, politicians and charitable causes. But for commercial and other reasons, they shouldn't be soliciting if you got a no soliciting sign up. And if they do knock on the door, you don't have a solicitation, no solicitation sign up, and correct me if I'm wrong, they need to have a badge and a permit. And when you ask them to leave, they need to leave immediately. And so, I bring this up because I want all of our residents to be safe, because there are people out there who knock on doors and have other things in mind. So just be careful out there and know the rules. If you have no solicitation, they shouldn't be there. So unless staff wants to add something, I don't know, or if I got it right. Okay. That's all.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call the vote, please.
Commissioner Earl? Aye. Commissioner Waldeck?
Aye.
Commissioner Wallace? Aye. Commissioner Jose?
Aye.
Commissioner Barnett?
Aye.
Mayor White?
Aye. This active agenda item also passes unanimously. Moving to item 8, first reading. This is an opportunity for village staff to present a new matter for village council consideration. The normal procedure is for staff to make a presentation, and then council will have the first opportunity to ask questions or make comments, and then we'll open it up to the public for their questions or comments upon this particular item. So item 8A, first reading, is to amend parking permit provisions for residents. Manager Fielding.
Well said, Mayor White, so I'll turn it over to our village attorney for presentation of this item.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The next item is a proposed ordinance regulating the provisions for parking permits. The proposed ordinance clarifies the eligibility requirements for the Main Street parking lots. In order to be eligible for a Main Street parking lot, you must be a Downers Grove resident that includes lots A, B, C, D, F, and L. And for eligibility requirements for Lot R, which is the overnight parking permit in the parking deck, you must be a qualifying resident of the downtown core district, downtown business district, or the downtown transition district. And qualifying with that is the fact that your development does not include parking within the developments. If you have parking at your development, you are not qualified to receive a Lot R parking. Those are the clarifications we made and are proposing to this ordinance in Chapter 14.
Comments or questions from council? Comments or questions from the public? When will we see this again?
Next week.
Okay, so this will be on the active agenda a week from today.
And that's it for the first reading agenda tonight, Mayor.
Okay, so that moves to item 9, Mayor's Report. I just have a very brief one. I wish to second Manager Fieldman's congratulations and appreciation of village staff who took such fine care of our streets in some very difficult circumstances, and we wish them Godspeed this evening as we're facing a new ice storm. Other than express again I'm so pleased and excited by the current village facilities plan, and that idea that we can break ground in August or September is really pretty exciting, and it's a good thing. And that'll conclude the mayor's report. Attorney's report?
Yes, as I just indicated, the only item I have is the amendment to the parking provisions, which will be on next week's active agenda. That's all. Thank you.
Item 11 on the agenda is council member reports. That allows individual council members to report to the council and the public on matters where they may be a liaison or matters of general interest to the village or community. I'll start to my far right. Commissioner Jose?
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to also echo the thanks to everyone on the Public Works staff for all the hard work they're doing in this winter season. We've run into some pretty bad weather, and they've done a lot of great work. So just wanted to add my voice to that. Thanks. Thank you, Mayor.
Commissioner Waldeck?
Thank you. I do have a report, but I will echo the thanks to staff and the challenge that we have tonight. We do have an ice storm, so what are we going to follow it up with? An ice festival. February 8th and 9th, that's Friday and Saturday, folks. There's going to be an ice festival. There's live carvings on Friday evening and Saturday 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So that'll be there this weekend. Weather dependent, and ice carvings, there's about 45 scheduled ice carvings that'll be up around. There's a map of where the carvings will be and who sponsored them on the downtowndg.org website. And I understand there'll be a breakfast at First Congregational in the morning on Saturday morning. So celebrate the ice storm that we're having tonight over the weekend. And it'll be fun. I think, I don't know if Mayor White wants to take a chance and be the weather predictor that Mayor Tully was. So you got a shot if you want to take a shot at it, whether the weather's going to be nice or not.
The weather's going to be wonderful.
There we go. So, well said. Thank you. That's all I have.
Commissioner Wallace?
Thank you. Just again to echo a big thanks to our Public Works Department. It's been pretty brutal out there, and we've seen the streets just as quickly as they were cleared. Snow came down, immediately again, and they did a wonderful job. So thank you to them. That's all I'm hearing.
Commissioner Barnett?
I have no report, Mayor.
Commissioner Earl? No report. Okay, let's see. The chair invites a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned.